Well, happy Friday. I hope you had a great week. I know I did. I'm still enjoying every day being a participant in a deferred resignation program. But this video, I just wanted to say something that's been on my mind as of late. A lot of people don't appreciate how good we have it in the United States of America. A lot of people do. A lot of people. There are a lot of great patriotic Americans that appreciate the great, abundant, multiple opportunity land that we live in. But there are others that do not, unfortunately. That's what I want to talk about. It's like some people get so spoiled, they don't appreciate how good they got it. And that's how a lot of people that complain about our country are. They got it so good, they have it so good that they don't know how bad it really can be. Now, like I said, I've been all over the globe, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. We really got it good. A lot of these folks, they've never been to places where there's absolutely nothing, no hope, no jobs, no nothing. America is one of the few places where you can go. You can be a high school graduate, and you could be put out in the street after high school. You can go into a military recruitment office, join the military, go in with the clothes on your back, and they will take care of you from there. You go to basic training. They give you everything you need from underwear, soap, deodorant, everything you need. Like I said, you can go in off the street with the clothes on your back, not a nickel in your pocket. And the American military will give you everything you need to start your life. And then you can just blossom from there. And it's just, it's just sickening how people just want to complain, and America is one of the few places where even our homeless people have weight problems. You go down the street, you look around. Does it look like any of our homeless people have missed any meals? Not a one, none. Even the truly mentally ill homeless folks, they don't miss no meals. You can always find food in America. The park I run to 3 times a week. They have a little thing looks like a big bird cage, and you just go there and you just put food in there. And I've seen these things pop up all over the place, and people just put food in there. I think I ran there. Today's Friday. I ran there Wednesday. It was full of food. The people donated, and I went there Friday and today this morning, and most of the food is gone. Just a couple of things that people wouldn't eat, crappy stuff, but most of that other stuff is gone. America, Japan, a lot of parts of Europe and stuff like that are rich, abundant countries, and we only got one life. And I teach my children. I hope the rest of you all teach your children. Appreciate what you got. This land is great. It's abundant. It's historically it's a historically abundant country with so many opportunities, so many rags to riches stories that will boggle the mind. And the thing is we right now we have a president that truly appreciates what we have, loves our country, is trying to preserve what we have for our descendants so they can enjoy this life. Just like our predecessors worked hard, suffered, and then thing black, white, Hispanic, European, everyone, Asian, all over the world. They came here, they suffered, they worked through it, and because of what they did, we have an awesome life. So we should appreciate it. And that's why every 4th of July, I'm very proud. I appreciate everything that my predecessors did. Black, white, Asian, all of them did for us to have this great, awesome land that we have right now. You know, just like a few years ago, I didn't even know. that I thought, that if you just wanted to go to visit a different country, you just had to go get your, passport, hop on a plane, and go. But in other countries, there's a lot of places that's not the case. A lot of people have to apply, get their passport, then apply for a visa to visit a certain country, and then when they're at the airport, if the immigration official has a wild haircut but that day, they can take them off that flight. It happened to my fiance. She almost didn't meet me when we was going on a vacation in Dubai. I had never experienced it. I was in Kuwait. I was going to Dubai, and she was in Philippines. She was going to go meet me. Her mother, and a friend. They were all going to go meet me in Dubai. Here I am on the plane in Kuwait. I'm sitting there getting excited, going to meet my fiance, and her mom and her mom's friend, and I'm all excited and pumped. And I get a phone call from her. She's like, "Hey, honey, can you send me a copy of your passport?" I was like, "A copy of my passport? Oh, why?" She said, "Immigration is here, and they're not gonna let me leave. They want me to prove that we have a relationship." So yeah, I said, "What in the world?" So I didn't trust. I sent, no big deal. I sent her a copy of the passport. Now imagine now, I'm sitting on the plane. Luckily we haven't taken off yet. And she messages me again. They want me, can you send some copies, some screenshots of messages that we've sent to each other? I was ready to send some messages, believe me, but I sent messages and stuff like that. And she told me, long story short, she had to, beg him a little, and finally the immigration official let her on the flight. What they call it in the Philippines is offloading. So if you're a young, attractive woman and you're leaving the Philippines, you got all your paperwork. Now she had all the paperwork, she had her visa approval for Dubai and everything, but the immigration official was like, I don't know. Prove to me that you really have a relationship with this man before I let you go. And luckily, she had everything in order. So he took her phone and looked through it and saw all the messages we had sent out each other over time. And finally, he like shortly before the flight was to take off, he let her on. And that happens a lot. There are a lot of young women in the Philippines that buy their ticket, get ready to go on the flight, and the immigration official has wild hair up their butt that day and pulls them off the flight. And that's not the only country that happens in. But that goes back to what I'm saying, how good we have it in America. Young woman, young man, anybody, you can go as long as you got your passport, you're free to go and come as you please. And we can go to other countries. You don't have to apply for visas. We can go to anywhere in the world we want to go and without issue. That's how good we have it here. That's just one example. And I've been to places in different parts of countries where you go and there's no work, nothing, zero work. And people, I went to a store one time in Africa, and I had 20. Well, I bought the local currency. It was in Dubai. I mean, not Dubai, but Djibouti. And I bought the local currency, $20 worth. And I went to a convenience store because I wanted to try the local soda. And the owner of the convenience store, he was like, "Are you crazy? I don't have change for this. Look around you. Do you think I have change for it?" And this was only $20. He wasn't being mean. They were very friendly people. But he was telling me, "Do you look around you? Do you think I have change for this $20 worth of local currency?" And long story short, I had to go back. I went back to there's a place where all the embassy, the consulate workers, like the French consulate, the American embassy, and all the other countries, Japan and all that, where they live and congregate. And I had to go there to get the change, and then go back to that store and buy the drink I wanted. You know, and the thing was, there was nothing. There was no work, no nothing. And in America, you can always find a job in America. This place is begging for workers, especially good workers. You don't even have to be a good worker. You just show up. Some places just want a person, and they don't have enough people. They're begging for workers. America is one of the few places where you can go. You can always find a job. It might not be the job that you want. Might not be the job of your dreams, but you can always find work in America. And if you're of working age, you can always find work in America, and that's another blessing that we have, another good fortune that we have in this country. And that goes back. I'm just glad President Trump is in office, and he's going to preserve what we have. And his tariff battles that he's doing, it's just to preserve for our future generation. We can't just think about ourselves. We got to think about our kids, our grandkids, our great grandchildren. I want America to be as strong and awesome as it is now. I want this for a long time to last many centuries, many centuries. And throughout history, countries have their up times and their down times. And I just hope that America is always strong, always a superpower, and continues to be the awesome land that it is. Now we have teachers, people that teach their kids, the right thing, but there are people that teach their kids the wrong thing. And the worst part is a lot of people that teach their kids the wrong thing and get the most free stuff from America. You know, at one time I met a person. He was the E9 sergeant major, but he wasn't that awesome. He got forced retired. Long story short, but one time he said, "What has America done for me?" And I'm like, "Fool, he grew up on public assistance in the projects. So that means America was taking better care of you than your own freaking parents were. And then from the projects, you join the service, join the military. And then again, military took care of you. And you were E9, you did something awful, you got DWI. So they didn't kick you out. They let you have the option to retire. So now you're getting your retirement as an E9. And then you went and claimed your disability. Now you're getting this. You live in an awesome house in an awesome area. Oh, that's all from America. What has done? I could slap him upside. I could slap him across the face. What has everything? America's done everything for you since the day you were born, from the cradle to the grave. But that's just my little rant for now. But I will do this more often. I just been busy now because I'm working out. I'm just doing stuff. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff together. So, but I appreciate, if you just put in the comments anything, just put in the comments, about my comments about my videos, what I'm talking about, and everything. But this is one American that appreciates everything that America offers and has done and will continue to do. And I can never say enough good things about President Trump. He is a sincere, devoted American that wants our country to prosper. These tariff battles that he's battling, you got to remember a lot of these have been unbalanced since World War II. A lot of these things in the beginning, they were to help these countries rebuild after World War II. So that's why they were unbalanced in the beginning. But as we all know, these countries are not, Germany, Japan, and what else? Switzerland and whatever other country you could think of. Those Great Britain, all these countries that those days are long gone. World War II is long gone. It's time to get rid of these things now, balance this out. So we might have a little pain, but it's well worth it in the end. And as far as China, I'm gonna be honest. I never liked the idea of doing business with a communist country. Period. If it was up to me, we wouldn't do business. If you're a communist country, we wouldn't do business with you at all. Communism is nothing but slavery 2.0. That's all it is. I've never been a believer in dealing with communists. You know, communism is a poison upon humanity. That's all it is, and it needs to go away. And the less we deal with China, the better I feel. That's the truth. I think we need to cut off communism, period. I don't care how much it costs. Communism is an awful thing. But that's it for now. I hope you have a great weekend. I will post more, gonna do more. But I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you again all again soon. Take care.